Certain foods have a correct way of eating them. What are some wrong ways to eat those foods? Never eat ass with a fork. Never fork as you intend to eat. Eating the tamale with the husk. There are claims that Gerald Ford lost Texas, and thus the presidential election over his faux pas of trying to eat a tamale without removing the husk at a fundraising event in Texas. Edit/u/watchhis-name https://www.reddit.com/user/watchhis-name correctly points out that Ford winning TX would have been insufficient to swing the election in his favor, though it would have brought him within 6 electoral votes of Carter. So, did he just try to bite into it, or did he squeeze it out like Go-Gurt? You're not supposed to take a bite of a piece sushi and then put it back down on the plate. You have to either stuff the whole thing in your mouth or hold it until it's finished. If you put it back on the plate in front of the chef, they take it away. I think this is a hardcore Japanese traditional rule, but that's what I was told at a legit traditional Japanese sushi restaurant in SF. Edit, yeah, I don't know what to do with an oversized piece of sushi either, but I have a big ass Steve Tyler mouth, so I usually just go for it. Sushi is supposed to be exactly one mouthful. I once learned that the shit-hot sushi chefs will custom size their sushi to best fit their estimate of the size of your mouth. Steven Tyler walks into a sushi restaurant. Sushi chef, it's go time. In Australia we have something that we affectionately call a democracy sausage. On election day, people do fundraising for the school soccer team, or the local Boy Scouts club, etc., by selling homemade cakes, cookies, and most importantly snags, a sausage in a piece of bread. Inevitably there's news stories on election day showing the candidates awkwardly eating their snag from the top, rather than eating it from the end like a regular human. Presumably they either don't want photos of them deep-throating a sausage or covered in tomato sauce, or they've never actually ate a snag previously due to being rich people insulated from reality. I am so delighted another Aussie has called out these monsters. Up toot for you, sir. Eat ramen block dry with the seasoning. I used to do it all the time in elementary school. Just make sure you have something to drink. Did that in elementary too. Open it up, empty the seasoning into the package, close the package as best you can, and then smash it up and shake it around. 4th grade was fun. My cousin convinced me to try this once when my mom was driving us somewhere. She also once convinced me to drink the vinegar from the dipping bowl at my grandma's house. And we also used to play this game she called Shit Hits the Fan, where she took the front cover off a large, high-powered fan and we'd throw stuff into the fan blade while it was at full power. It's a miracle I never got a pen through my eye. Anyway, I eventually learned to stop and think about whatever she tells me to do instead of just going along with it. Caviar sucked straight out the fish cunt. This is a sentence I didn't think I'd ever read. I wish I could unread it. I had a friend in high school who would eat a taco in the most peculiar way that I am at a loss to easily describe. He started by taking a huge bite out the top middle, then he would eat the little flaps around his bite mark and take another bite out of the middle and nibble off the edges again. When all the lettuce, tomato and cheese parts were gone and it was just a little tortilla boat of meat, he would just eat that all in one go. I should mention that the last I heard about him there was speculation he was now working for the CIA. He's gonna have his cover blown when he tries to get his mark at a taco joint. You got the money? / yeah, I got DH what the fuck? / what is it? / that fucking guy eating the taco over there. You ever seen a man eat a pomegranate like an apple? It changes you. Edit, I'm so happy my harrowing experience has given so much to think about. Thanks for my first silver. I'm really surprised. My wife had a classmate who would eat an orange like this, peel and all. I dated a girl for a while that liked orange peels but not the actual orange. That was pretty weird and definitely the wrong way to eat an orange, chomping the whole artichoke leaf. Or just sitting there with a spoon and scraping all the edible bits into a bowl, and eating them all at once. That's such a gross mental image. I once had a friend who ate mangoes peel and all. He said that he didn't understand why people liked them, he thought they tasted like pancake batter. It's pretty good if the mango is ripe. Also, mango at car. Nom, correct, a few drops of Tabasco sauce to spice up food. Incorrect, snort a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce up your nose like my nephew did to win a bet with his brother. Win. String cheese without peeling it. It's a scientific fact that as string cheese approaches 0 in size, the flavor approaches infinity. Flavor scales linearly with surface area, which gets bigger the more the food is spread out with the same mass. 1. You open the Doritos bag. 2. You grab some Doritos. 3. You lick the Doritos. 4. All the flavor, no carbs. Please don't do this. My ex-wife used to do exactly this. One by one, she'd take a Dorito out of the bag, lick all of the flavoring off of both sides, then put it in a bowl. When she was done, she'd give the bowl to the dog and let her eat the chips. Yeah, no wonder you divorced her, lol. I once saw a lady on TV who said that bananas should be eaten with a fork. I've never met anyone who does that IRL though. Edit. Wow, how this thread has blown up. I had 100 karma when I got up this morning. Smile. I eat a banana every morning with a spoon. It's called banana pudding. My cousin once insisted this was correct when confronted on it. 1. Fill bottom of bowl with a generous helping of Parmesan cheese. 2. Thrown on a pile of hot, freshly cooked spaghetti noodles. 3. Dump some cold sauce out of the fridge on top. That's the whole point, the mix of hot and cold. And you can scrape up cheese with every bite. I also once had a neighbor who ate ketchup soup. It was ketchup poured into a bowl and eaten with a spoon. Edit, removed superfluous A. Great line from the movie Neighbors, I'll make you some tomato soup. Got some ketchup and hot water? This is an old staple of the Depression era, since you could go into a diner and ask for free hot water, mix with ketchup, and have a shitty tomato soup. Soup in a plate with a straw. This doesn't apply to those who need straws to be able to eat soup. Life is soup, I am fork. Bite into an onion. An Australian Prime Minister famously did this on television and looked ridiculous. He tried to double down, but we all think he either panicked, or he had never encountered a whole onion. It was not endearing. Honestly though, it was not endearing just sums up his entire life in general. If you bite into the Kit Kat hole, I will find you and I will, redacted for violating Reddit's rules, you. So true. Kit Kats should eaten by slowly sucking off all the chocolate first, then swallowing the whole bar in one gulp. Edit, fixed punctuation. I hate everything you choose to be. There are psychopaths out there who actually eat the whole goddamn apple. Core and all. This is me. I also eat whole kiwis without slicing or peeling them. How? You just eat the furry kiwi skin, moving your mouth to the banana instead of banana to your mouth. No one's saying you can't eat a banana, Terry. But you can't stand on the corner sucking it for 30 minutes. You actually have to take a bite. What am I supposed to do? Just stick the whole thing in my oh hello, carbonated beverages with your mouth sealing the bottle. Good way to get pressurized CO2 in your nose. My wife drinks everything from a bottle this way. Slams it back like Napoleon Dynamite chugging Gatorade after an intense dance session. It's the little things that keep love alive. I had a step-grandmother do that and complain because glass bottles were so difficult to drink from. Like, how do you hit 70 and not know how to drink from a bottle? My, very Anglo, grandparents came to visit when I was 5, and took me and my sister out to eat at our favorite Mexican restaurant. We all ordered tacos, hard shell. They proceeded to cut the tacos with a knife and fork. I proceeded to exhale chewed up tacos out my nose because I couldn't stop laughing. Well, I'm pretty sure hard shell tacos were invented for whiteys like Graham and Gramps, so it's all good. It's such a stupidly inconvenient way to eat. They always break in such a way you might as well have a fork handy. Soft shell tacos actually make sense. Eating a baby bell cheese without acting like the red wax wrapper is Pac-Man afterwards. Wait, you are supposed to take the red part off before you eat it? No, no, no. The white stuff is a tasteless wax filler that helps the thin red cheese maintain its unique shape. You throw it out before eating. I'm eating my dessert. How do you eat it? With your hands. George Constanzo eating a Snickers bar with a fork and knife. The look on his face when he says that is everything. I like to braid spaghetti then freeze it and eat an ice cold pasta Twizzler. Edit, holy fuck my inbox. I'm glad I could bring joy, laughter, disgust, and in one interesting case homicidal rage, to you all. Hell is empty and the demons are here. This is the bad place. Nearly all foods should go in the mouth, so eating through the anus would be considered wrong for things like spaghetti, pineapple, sliced ham, and broccoli etc. Thank you for your examples. It's so we don't mistake them for the anally edible vegetables such as cucumbers, carrots, eggplants and such. Bananas with the shell. Boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. One day I was walking home and a friend was walking the same path. He was the kind of troublemaker kid who was genuinely funny and knew when to actually stop when things got too far. This time he didn't. I gave him my orange and he said thanks right before eating it like an apple. I almost fell over by how disgusting it was. He didn't flinch. He didn't spit out the peel. He didn't do anything. It was so _wrong _. That was a free $50 challenge at my high school. Eat a lime in greater than 5 bites with the peel on. I made that $50 easily. Hard-boiled egg, still in its shell. Just swallow it whole. What are you, a snake? Eat a piece of corn like a banana. What? Eat a piece of corn like a banana.